No. We recording, but we're not live. Yeah, I mean, if that makes sense.
So it's gonna be live too?
No. I don't. I usually pre-record the podcast.
Okay.
But yeah, man. Yeah, man. So you.
I never did the vibe, bro.
No, I was talking about if you had got beat up or not.
Nah, man.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure, bro. Niggas be outside, bro.
Put his hands on my brother. We on him tonight.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just checking on homes. You feel me?
Y'all heard about that.
Okay, I'm just making sure now. I'm just making sure.
That shit would have made the news, man.
Just checking the temperature. If we need to goddamn get the blinky.
Hey, bro, we got to reschedule. We got some shit popping off right now.
Hey,
Smoke in the city.
Right.
Hey, you better tell him.
Going up on a Monday.
You can't talk about that.
Oh damn, that's crazy.
That's limitations, man.
That's what we call it.
Shoot, man. Respectful.
You know. Make sure I got my phone. I got my phone on me with my notes. Hell yeah. All right. So we're gonna get into it in like 10 seconds.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
This is Weezy moment.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure.
That lighter flick, you know it's official.
Yeah, that's when shit get.
Weezy.
Shout out, Blue.
Which one, the real one or the fake one?
The real one.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
I didn't even know there was a fake one out here.
Yeah, there is, unfortunately. But that's why we acknowledge him as the fake Blue, and that's it. But anyway, welcome back to another episode of.
Let's set the record straight out the gate.
Yeah, man. Welcome back to another episode of Four Locals Only. I'm your host, B. Cooks, and today I got some people in the building. It's their first time.
Yo.
It's their first time. I got some new friends in the building today, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, friends? What's up,
You know,
family?
to my left, I got Northside Will.
Hey, Mr. 803 representative, Northside on mine, and that's every fucking time.
Man, look, he answered the question I already had.
Uh-huh.
3 in the motherfucking building, man. And Will, do me a favor, man. Introduce the rest of the people you got in the building right now.
Man, look, I got my right hand man. Don't get no bigger, don't get no better, man. I got Pale in here. I got my bro, you know what I'm saying? You already know I got my boy Jabez Storm Music in here. And of course,
You don't get no bigger.
hey, look, man, and it wouldn't be right if I didn't introduce the man that makes the sound. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Johnny Five in here, man, my sound engineer. If y'all need him in the city, tap in. Make sure you lock in with him, man. I'm telling you, he's official.
All right, man. So look, we're gonna get right into it, man. I appreciate y'all being here at first and foremost. I gotta definitely acknowledge that, cause you could have been anywhere in the world.
But you chose to be right here
Exactly.
with Four
You know what
Locals
I'm
Only.
saying?
Huh?
Now I want to get right into it, man. I want to start by saying the north side where you came from and where you got the game from. So I want to make sure we break
He
that
don't
down.
use
like-
mine on me. I respect it, bro. I respect it.
So I said that to say, okay, give us enlighten those for myself and those who don't know where you from.
I am from North Augusta, South Carolina, the 803, the North, as we like to say over there. Born and raised, man, came up through them streets and struggle, and just glad to be here.
That's what's up, man. So we got to get into it cause I gotta get some background. I gotta get to know who you are. So what was it like growing up for you in the north
In the North,
of North Augusta?
man, life was difficult. I ain't gonna say it was hard because we made it through. Clearly, we here today. But you know what I'm saying? It was the typical black struggle. You know what I'm saying? We came up in a city where we were the minority. You know what I'm saying? So we had to deal with a lot of different things growing up. Me growing up I'm an 80s baby, but you know what I'm saying, raised in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? I seen things that a lot of people probably will never have to experience. Thank God for them. You know, like I remember being 7 years old, pulling up to the Dollar General over there where the bingo spot is now in North Augusta, and my pops in the old, you know what I'm saying, Cutlass Supreme, we hopping out going to shop, and I remember I got out the car and my pops put his hand on my chest and was just like, get back in the whip. And I'm like, what? Man, I'm thinking about the toys. I'm about to be
Right,
in the
right,
toy
right.
section.
You ain't even
You know what I'm
recognize
saying?
what's going
Nah,
on.
I
type
ain't know
shit.
what's going on. I'm in there thinking we about to go in here and shop, do what we do. And all of a sudden I look up and I just remember pacing back and forth in front of the store. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in the Ku Klux Klan outfit. And like
just outside. I mean,
just outside with it.
And I will acknowledge that Carolina, one of the states
One of the ones.
in the U.S. where like
One of the ones.
they're very bold
About it. I mean, I say this
flag
little,
representation, et cetera, et cetera.
this area period is like that. And you know what I'm saying? So for me at that young age, kind of seeing that was just like shaping of, you know what I'm saying, the type of person that I ultimately became, you know what I'm saying? So you don't take your circumstances and settle for
Right.
that, you know what I'm saying? You check your circumstances and use them as a springboard for what your future can be like. And so coming up on the north side, that's really was everything to me. I took the experiences, I shaped them, I reshaped them, I molded them, and it molded me into being the person I am today. So, yeah,
Got you.
that's the north side.
And
for
I
you
know
in a
you.
nutshell.
I know you had mentioned your dad. So
Mhm.
am I? Is it safe to assume you had mom and dad in your life?
Oh
or-
yeah.
Okay.
We grew up in that household. It was me, my mom, my pops, and my older sister. And you know what I'm saying, it was a loving household. It was one of the ones like you see in the movies where they got the music playing on the weekends on the whole setup where they
Saturday
got
morning type
the
shit.
record player at the top, you got the cassette player, you got the 8-track player on the joint and the big speakers. And you know what I'm saying, my pops, he was one of the ones for music. He loved to dance even to this day, man. The right song come on, my pops gonna get out there and he gonna really cut a rug like they said.
Okay.
And so, you know what I'm saying, it was a lot of music, it was a lot of love, it was a lot of lessons and stuff in my household growing up. You know, the chores and all that stuff. Like Saturday morning, you thinking breakfast like cereal? Nah, bruh. First thing you gonna get up, you gonna take care of these chores.
Yeah, you gonna clean up some shit.
You gonna clean up some shit, because you done messed up some shit all week.
Yeah, look.
Now you about to clean up some shit.
Because you already know mom's is not
Not
playing.
going for that.
If that
Not at all.
bathroom ain't clean.
Oh boy, your friends ringing the doorbell. Can he come outside?
Can Will come outside, nigga? No.
Hell no, he ain't going no damn where. His ass about to clean this shit up real quick, and then he can holler at you once he done. Once I say it's good, but you know what I'm saying, that stuff, man, it's impressionable on you, and it makes you to be the person you are as an adult. And a lot of that stuff you take down and you pass down to your kids. So a lot of those same traditions and just those courtesies that you grew up in and with the household, you take and you bring it to your own household as an adult, and you pass it to your family and your kids. And I hope that stuff is a legacy that lives on generations beyond you.
I love that. I love that. I love that. So like, with taking that in,
Mm-hmm.
and you being an artist, because I don't want to say rapper. I think that's very like.
Yeah.
I don't like using the word rapper, but being an artist, how do you feel like your upbringing kept you from being your typical, what we would call, rapper? So I say that to say the average person that say they rap, you could probably, throw some shit at the wall and guess what kind of rapper they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm asking that to say like, okay, what do you feel like influenced you to be the kind of artist you are?
I mean, my upbringing was influential. Like it was essential to make me who I am. You know what I'm saying? The type of artist I am. Being an older artist, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna throw my age out there, no shit, for the people that's gonna watch this. But you can look at me and you could probably get an idea. You see a little bit of
I mean, you said you was an Asian.
a little
nigga, so we can do the math,
salt
you
in the.
feel me?
You see a little salt in the pepper, but nah. You know what I'm saying? Coming into the game later in life, you know what I'm saying, my upbringing was essential to the experiences and just kind of how I perceive things, and then just how I move just from the lessons in the experiences that I went through. And so coming in later, I got a lot more experience in life than, you know what I'm saying, your typical rapper, like your 16, 15, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old rapper coming in the game that don't have that life experiences. So you ain't been, your PPA has been smacked.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Your hand ain't been popped. You know what I'm saying? You ain't had those run-ins with them folk. You know what I'm saying?
So for the
So
YNs, does that mean you was off the porch?
I was off the porch, bro. I was off the porch in my own way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I, you know what I'm saying, sold some things in high school, you know what I'm saying, and I
I
had
mean, I done a little there. Statute of limitations.
I think, hold
We-
on, let me
we
check
made
my
our
watch. What
mistakes
is
in
this?
life.
This is, okay, yeah, we good. The 24th from, okay, yeah, we good. I had to make
Oh yeah,
sure the
but
date
we've
was,
definitely
you know
made
what
some mistakes in
well,
life.
yeah, we was in school this time of year, so yeah. No, but no, you know what I'm saying, did some things, man, seen some things, experienced some things, you know what I'm saying, running around between the north side and the Augusta, because I was back and forth between both, because, you know what I'm saying, grew up in North Augusta, but, you know what I'm saying, spent a lot of time over here at church and just other
Right.
activities and stuff that I was involved in. And so we was outside with it. Like, we was outside. Before
have a-
outside was a thing to say.
Right,
like,
right,
we was
right.
outside.
That wasn't a
with
term
it, bro.
in our day.
And, you know,
Hey, random question. This nigga don't walk.
this is my Walter Ugly.
Big head walk.
Jackson.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Walter Jack. Oh, yeah.
Goddamn
Big shots,
R&B
bro.
walk.
What up, though?
Walk, man. Walk that.
What up, though?
Yeah, but that was kind of random. Nah, but
Yeah, man.
I was asking because I wanted to lead into because you mentioned your father was a dancer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all don't take that the wrong way in 2025. You know what I'm saying? This ain't
No
all
chi-
the Queen's men. And
Yeah,
some shit
there's
like
no
that.
Chippendales and no shit.
Yeah. Nah, but I would being that he was a dancer, music is involved, right?
Facts.
So, what would you say some of your biggest inspirations were at an early age in reference to music?
I'll tell you a story. Growing up, like, you know what I'm saying, I went to church in Macedonia right there, 1828 Riceboro Road.
Okay.
Same spot. You know what I'm saying? And I remember we used to, Thanksgiving, James Brown, if for those that know, you know what I'm saying, used to hand out turkeys in Laney Walker High School. So our church used to go out there. We used to serve the, you know what I'm saying, the less fortunate and
Okay.
the homeless communities and stuff like that. And I remember being in there and he put on the whole concert and just watching for the first time. Like, I remember hearing him on the radio because, you know what I'm saying, that's when Mom and Pops played. And, like, seeing him in person, and he did a little performance and all that stuff like that. And I seen him hand out the turkeys from the back of the, you know what I'm saying, the big truck and all that. And then we was in there cooking, serving people up. Like, that was impressionable to me, you know what I'm saying, seeing what the power of artistry can do for the community that you come from. And so I took that and, you know what I'm saying, I kind of took that away and was like, yeah, let me put this in my repertoire of things to do as an artist or just somebody that represents a place where you come from, a place that's shown you a lot of love, that grew you and molded you into the person you are. So giving back is always important to me. So that's a central part of who I am as a person, nonetheless who I am as an artist.
Gotcha.
But just, you know what I'm saying, just seeing what he did because, you know, you don't mention Augusta and not mention James Brown because he is the godfather soul and he is the soul of the city to this day.
Yeah, definitely part of the name of the Garden City for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So, who are some artists that you would consider inspired you when it comes to lyricism, or like who are some early influences that were like, I want to rap?
Like, I mean, it wasn't even an early thing for me. Like, I'll be real with you. Like, I grew up listening to, you know what I'm saying, the likes of the Northeast, of course. So, you know what I'm saying, you had the Jays, you had the Nas's, you had the Bigs, you know what I'm saying, you had the Wu-Tangs, you had those artists, you had the KRS-Ones, you know what I'm saying, you had all those inspirational people, the Roots, you know what I'm saying, Erica. Of course, you bring it down south, you talk about Outkast, you know what I'm saying, you got to talk about 3 Stacks and Big, you know what I'm saying, you got to talk about Dungeon Family, you got to talk about, you know what I'm saying, Tip, you got to talk about Jeezy, Gucci, all these people, like, were influential to me from a listening perspective, from just a lover of the hip-hop culture. But, you know, I didn't get into music until later, so by the time I got into music, like, the vibe had shifted so much and just the culture had grown and expanded to different territories to where I was influenced by people like Currency. I was influenced by people like, of course, the Lock still, even in my older days, Jadakiss, Styles. You know what I'm saying? I was influenced by people like Wiz Khalifa. I was influenced by people like Freddie Gibbs, Dom Kennedy from out in L.A., you know what I'm saying?
And not to cut you off, but you're naming people that remain consistent in being in their own lane.
Of course. And I mean,
what
but
I hear.
that's what I studied, artists that could surpass generations. You know what I'm saying? I feel like lately Nas has made some of his best music working with Hit Boy out in L.A. You know what I'm saying? They done dropped God knows how many albums, and friggin' here they are. This dude is like he's a fresh new artist because he's touching generations that weren't privy to his original music, but he's still out here doing it at a high level today, and people respect him for that. And so that's stuff that I look at and you know what I'm saying, I take in, and I just kind of mold myself to be able to have that kind of impact and influence on my listeners and my fans, so that, you know what I'm saying, we talking this 2025 now, and 2050, you know what I'm saying, I get with a young producer like a Hit Boy of that time, and I can come out and reinvent myself, but still keep that whole sound, and just still make good music for the people that are involved in the culture.
I like that. I like that. So like, I'm gonna ask you. Maybe it could be challenging. Who knows? You remember your first rap?
My first rap? Yeah, of course I do. My first rap is called Eastside Horrors. I was with my bro Chris from North Carolina, my bro Joe Torres from Texas, and then my boy Michael Keaton from up in Cincinnati. We was in the Army, and we was stationed up in upstate New York, and we was in the barracks, and I remember getting off of work because I just got there. Like, they had been there for a little while longer than me. I just got there, and, you know what I'm saying, I used to hear the music from my room, and they was doing music, so I kind of tucked my ear out and kind of walked down the hallway and, you know what I'm saying, made peace with these people, and was like, yo, what's up? My name is such and I just got here, da-da-da-da. I said, I hear y'all doing music. You mind if I sit in? And I sat in, I watched them, what they was doing. And they was like, yo, bro, you got to get on this. I was like, nah, I'm not that type, bro. I don't rap, man. I wrote poems as a kid growing up, but nah, they was like, bro, it's the same thing. You're just doing it to music. And so I remember my boy pull up the Boss DR5, which is a little beat machine.
Right.
A lot of people, they ain't gonna know about that. It's gonna be a lot of people head, but you know what I'm saying, the beat machine, and he made the beat on the joint and was like, yo, you gonna get on this. And I was like, all right, cool. So I sat there, I wrote my little stuff out, and I spit it, and hearing myself for the first time over a
That
beat.
shit's weird.
It's captivating.
And mind you, I'm a podcaster.
Oh.
I don't rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, but hearing yourself on a mic on the first time is kind of like surreal.
Yeah, it is. And
It
I
should
mean,
be kind of ugly the first time.
oh, it was. I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad that we don't have any kind of recordings of that session to where that shit can leak later on in life, because people hear that and be like, bro, what?
So,
in the...
was you trash?
I was garbage, grade A. hey, Pale, what's your word?
Basura. Big
yeah,
no,
boy.
but look,
yeah.
and I say that I know we being funny, cracking jokes, but I agree with you wholeheartedly, because my first couple podcast episodes was garbage.
Trash.
I didn't put them out. I'm glad I don't even have that computer no more.
Oh boy, look, the hard drive crashed.
Man, hard to listen to. Man, look, we gonna call it that.
Yeah.
I crashed it. That's what I
Poor
did.
little whoops, spilled the drink on this. My bad.
And it was just like, yeah, it is different hearing yourself on a microphone for the first time. You kind of got to get used to it.
You do. You do.
So even with that being said, when did you feel like you found your sound?
Honestly, bro, that was 2005, so 20 years ago. It's 2025. I feel like I'm still trying to find it. Like I mean, I have stuff that sounds good. I got stuff. I'm in a pocket. Like I can acknowledge what I sound like now, but I feel like it's something that's ever evolving. You know what I'm saying? Because like I mentioned earlier with Nas, like the Nas from Illmatic, you know what I'm saying? Godson, it was written, all those, like, and now you hear them now, it sound different, but it feels the same.
Right.
So it's not so much that I'm trying to hone in on the sound. It's just I'm trying to perfect the feeling.
Well, I mean, and you're continuing to grow as a person.
Facts. And so,
new
so it's going to
experiences,
change.
new places, new people. New. I don't know if you're in a relationship or not, but new women. Blase. You know what I'm saying?
In a relationship, we want to put that out there, because I'm not trying to get cussed the hell out, because
I did not know.
She don't play that.
For the record,
shout out wifey.
Had
man.
no idea. Oh, wifey, congratulations, my
wifey,
brother.
bro.
Look, I applaud that.
Been locked in since
Absolutely, and supported.
2016, we've been locked in, bro.
No, look, I love it. I love it. Children?
Yeah.
That's
why I got
Nick Cannon?
I got 5 daughters, bro.
Whoa!
Yeah, 2, 16, a 14, a 12, and a 10.
Talk about accountability.
Oh, big fans, bro. Accountability. That's not the word I was thinking about. I'm thinking about karma.
Daughter.
I'm thinking about karma. You talking about 5 daughters, bro. That's a lot of karma, bro.
Hey,
I was a wild guy.
Look. It makes us better men.
It does, bro. And
It
I'm gonna
makes
tell
us
you,
better
man.
men.
That was a life changing event for me when I had my first daughter, bro. Like, I really had to settle down. Like, it wasn't even a question or option.
Yeah.
It was like you not only have somebody looking up to you, but like this is gonna be a woman one day.
Somebody you want to be able to hand off to somebody. Else.
But not only that, but you just want to give them what they need to protect themselves from what they that they could potentially go through.
And I'll be real, if I had a son,
that's
I'd probably still be a savage.
God knew not to give me a son, bro. God knew not that. My old lady, she be like,
he knew what he was doing.
I like, nah, that ain't in the stars for us. We 0 for 5. Like, nah, we not doing that because I'm telling you, if I had a son, like, yeah, no, bro, it'd be a problem, bro. He'd be a problem.
Yeah, I would be too.
I feel sorry for people out there that got
you,
daughters, bro. I'm telling
Shout
you,
out to God.
He coming, I'm coming. Yeah, big shouts to the big man upstairs, man.
So I wanna pivot a little bit back towards the music.
Yeah.
Just doing the research I had the opportunity to do.
Mm-hmm.
Is it safe to say you're an independent artist?
Correct. Now I have affiliation with, an organization or entertainment group that I do music out of. It's Neutron Music Group, Neutron Media Group. Big shouts to Tron Legend out there that started that up. Created an umbrella for us as artists, independent artists to operate under. And so that's just how we move. Like, it's nobody in charge. It's just an umbrella. You know what I'm saying? You weather the storm on your own, but you always got somewhere to call home.
Got you. So, like, for somebody that's ignorant to the business,
yeah.
What does that mean to be independent? Like, does that mean you have maybe a distribution deal? Does that mean like you funding everything out your pocket? Does that mean somebody may be funding a particular aspect of the business? Like, what does that mean to be independent versus, I guess, major label?
Independent it's all you. Like, from the creativity to the work ethic to, the marketing, promotion, even the distribution. Like, I operate independent. I use DistroKid for distribution. So they get the music to the platforms, but I still got to pay for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, even though they provide the platform, I still provide the funding behind the platform because just putting it out there is one thing, but you gotta market and you gotta promote your music because otherwise you just sending noise to a void. And so you gotta make sure that's the biggest thing. Like, independent, like, you could talk about all this other stuff because you got a million platforms that you can put music out on. You got United Masters, you got CD Baby and all those, respect to whichever platform you choose, but once you put the music out there, that's where the real independent artistry kicks in. Right. That's where the independence kicks in because it's up to you to independently get the music to the masses. And so marketing and promotion, you will probably hear me say that a million times because that's really the biggest aspect. The music is 10% of it. The business is 90%.
So is that where you say majority of your out-of-pocket expense goes?
I mean, it's out-of-pocket expense from the thought. Because I take time is money.
Right.
So me taking the time to even come up with the concepts, the ideas, going to the studio with Johnny and recording and mixing and mastering, like, money is being spent the entire part of the process. So.
Right.
But yeah, I will say the majority of the bulk of the percentage goes into the marketing and promotion because once the music is out, it's like, what do you spend all that money for if you're not going to continue to put money into it? And somebody told me, or OG told me in the music game, was that as much time as it took you to make that product and put it out, you got to spend that same amount of time and money, if not double, triple, once it's out to get it, to give it is just due. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not marketing and promoting the music, then you really just wasting money. You spending tires in the parking lot.
Got you. So, like, what is your, I guess, creative process like? What is the writing process like? Because I know I've spent some time with your music,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds to me like you write your music.
Oh
You're
yeah,
not
yeah,
punching it.
yeah. Nah, I'm trying to get into that because I had a conversation with Spielberg, Spilly. Shout out to Spilly, and he kind of put me on game to that process, and so I'm trying to tap more into that. And so, but yeah, for the most part, I do. I write mine.
So does writing slow down the process compared to punching in, or I mean, cause just listening to your music, I have more. I can tell you write it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, 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 for sure, for
You know
sure.
what I mean? And I can also tell who punches their music in. Like, I
Yeah.
can listen to it and
the
tell.
the thought process behind either one is different. You know what I'm saying? But I won't say that one is better than the other. I, for me personally, I prefer one over the other. I prefer to write than I do to punch in.
Mm-hmm.
But with punching in, and this is what Spielberg's point was, it allows you the creativity to say things that you wouldn't normally write down. So
More of
you get to
a
explore, yeah, the
spontaneity,
spontaneity.
for lack of what better terms.
Yeah, you explore different aspects of your kind of your mind and how it functions
Mm-hmm.
when you punch in because you're on the spot. So you're
Right.
thinking of like what comes next and what comes next, and you're creating at a higher rate of speed and stuff like that. But for me, it's just like I'm very meticulous about everything that I do,
Mm-hmm.
how I move, how I operate, the things that come out my mouth. Even in this interview right now, I'm thinking about how to answer the questions before I answer. I'm thinking about what I should say before I speak, and so I'm just that meticulous in just
Mm-hmm.
how I operate. So with the music, for me to write it down because I want to make sure that the impact is felt from the music that I put out there. And so for me to think about what I'm gonna say before I say it means that much to me because once it's out there, I can't take that back. Once
Right.
it's on these platforms, I could delete
It's a,
it, but I promise you, it's people that's heard it.
it's almost like a bullet.
Correct. Once it's fired out the gun, like it's
You
no
can't put
pulling
it
that back. Yeah, and who it hits is who it hits, and how it affects that person and the people around them
Is
is.
what it is.
And so with the music, it's the same thing. Like the words I say is going to lead somebody to take action in some way. So I want to make sure that I think about the action that these people are taking because I'm thinking about the reaction or the consequences or the effects of that person's actions. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that goes into it because we as artists, we got to be accountable for the things we say because you know what I'm saying. It's gonna lead people to do things, whether positive or negative.
Got you, and I respect that. To play devil's advocate, right?
I
How
love it.
much do you care about who receives it?
How much do I care about who receives the message?
So, like, for example, like, I guess to elaborate a little more, I've sat down with several artists
Mm-hmm.
over the past 5 years, I guess, and some of them will use the term "I don't give a fuck." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you strike me as somebody who may be more conscious of how they receive the music.
So it's not so much caring about who receives it,
Mm-hmm.
but it is more so about how it's. It's not even how it's received. It's how it's interpreted and how it's
Mhm.
used. You know what I'm saying? So I'm putting a message out there with the intent for it to be used for the betterment of the listener.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's a person, whether it's 5 people, whether it's 50 people, whether it's
Mhm.
50,000 people, whether it's 1,000,000 people. Like what's used from it? Because you look at instances like in recent news, you got artists like you know what I'm saying. Dang boy, my mind slipping.
We talking about the ones getting in trouble?
Yeah, like any of them. You
So
know what I'm saying?
like Dirk
Like
or-
Thug, Dirk, any of them. Like you know what I'm saying? You going to court?
Yella Beezy recently.
You going to court, and that's being used against you.
Mm.
But you're not thinking about that when you're making it because those are the artists. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not going. I don't. Matter of fact, I don't even want to say it like that.
Yeah.
I'll say there are artists that don't give a fuck, and so they just put it out there, not caring about
The
what's on the other
repercussions of
side,
what
the
could come
repercussion of what could
from-
come from the music that they put out there. I don't. Who it hits is who it hit. Who it's for. I focus more on who it's for.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying, and how it's used. You know, so much than you know what I'm saying. Who gets it? Who you know? Because like I said, music is subjective.
Right.
I can make the most wholesome song out there. You know what I'm saying? I can make a I mean, people was out there doing wild stuff to stomp. You talking Kurt
Right.
Franklin and them? They was out there,
Yeah,
it's a gospel song,
to
but they was
agree
still
with you,
tripping.
Like, I look at all art, regardless of genre,
Yeah, facts.
as I understand it as
It's a
from
springboard,
from the
bro.
point of view of I know all of us wear a different shade of glass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm open to looking at the same painting and receiving what you see, even if I disagree with it.
Correct. I agree to disagree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because one, I don't see it the way you do. So I might have looked at the Mona Lisa and seen et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
But when you looked at Shawty, you might have
was just
seen
like,
something different.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with whatever your opinion is. Because, again, you might enlighten me to add another layer to it. And, okay, I didn't look at it like that.
But so from an artist's perspective of what you just said, like understanding it's subjective and knowing that people are going to interpret it differently, like I got to think even more about what I say to ensure that I kind of limit as much as possible how it can be interpreted. Like I try to be cut and dry. Like that's where for me the right process comes in as a weapon, because it's like it's so much thought put into this, but the delivery is so layman to where, you know what I'm saying, like, bro, like how could you possibly take this?
It's funny you say that because do you happen to enjoy comedians by chance?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, so Bill Burr recently. You know what I'm saying? I watched. It was a commercial that popped up when I was just watching YouTube videos one day, and he was like, "A bad joke is one you got to explain."
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, "Yo, that's real shit." Like,
cause they missed it.
yeah, like it's like, why is it so far over their head the average person can't interpret it?
But I mean, I'll say.
But I could also challenge that by saying that
exactly.
beyond that could be intentional.
Because it creates conversation.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying, conversation rules the nation. Like that's important. Like you if you're not talking, like, you know what I'm saying, bring in, I don't want to Marcus. But we'll talk about Drake and Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? The reception of the music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where Drake comes out and he's that person where it's like, my music is good because you don't have to dissect it. You don't have to be a fucking Harvard scholar to understand what I'm saying. Whereas people kind of list Kendrick's music in that arena, but it's just like the music creates the conversation. Like
correct.
Both of them have the same impact,
and that's what
makes it
the
great.
Interpretation to even live.
Yeah, because of the fact that like Drake does this, but it's still some interpretation that goes into his music, makes him great.
I'm glad you brought that up. Cause I was gonna bring that up, but I felt like it was gonna kind of be like drug in the mud.
Yeah, I know, because here we are almost
like,
a year to the date away.
I brought it up because I watched an Offset interview at Breakfast Club like a couple years ago, and he mentioned how rap is transitioning more towards lyricism, right? And to bring it full circle about the Kendrick Drake beef, I feel like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, just give me your feedback, your opinion, whatever.
Worry. Marcus will do that.
I feel like
he is about that conversation, bro. He taking a jacket off.
I feel like Kendrick solidified Offset's point from a couple years ago.
About it coming back around?
Where the lyricism is going to trump what's the term? I want to say it the right way. I guess microwave music, so to speak.
And so I would say,
and that could be a bad term.
I think that's appropriately tagged, but I would go as far as to say that I don't think Drake is a microwave type of artist. Like I feel like it's a lot of thought that goes into what he does. He's very meticulous. I just don't think that he in that instance.
That's why I would say I felt like it was
as
a bad
meticulous as Kendrick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because Kendrick he's the boogeyman for a reason. Like this bro is diabolical, bro. Look, hey.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show
niggas. Certified. He out Drake. Drake.
He did.
Bro, he did.
But
like you can't argue
I feel like that also put a, I I guess, a check on the transition in hip hop, where
It made it okay.
It fully put into fruition that look, y'all niggas got to rap now.
Yeah, you got to.
You know what I'm saying? Like that cookie cutter, cute shit
Yeah.
ain't really going no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, I'll ask you this though, right? So you know, what I'm saying you're a huge Drake fan, right? And I know your number one. So I told you today. I talked to her early because we was working on a song, and I was telling him, I was like, yeah, bro, I was looking for a beat for this song to send to a female artist, and I was like, Drake type beat on YouTube. Like I cringed as I did it. I did. Nah, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. But no, like it is because you're gonna get the most variety for you're gonna get the most bang for your buck.
They say every woman that went to college loves Drake, so that's a lot of women.
Yeah, I mean because
So I mean you can't lose, right?
Yeah, that's why I say you got to separate Drake from that from
that
that
for sure,
popcorn microwave society because you know what I'm saying
and
he does.
And I use that term loosely.
Yeah.
I wish I had a better term to use because I don't want to. I know he's bigger than that.
Yeah,
you know, but for lack of
the biggest, like we
yeah,
I mean,
for lack of better terms, I just for sake of conversation, I was using that term to say more so that lyricism is more where rap is transitioning towards.
And I mean, and not transition.
And mind you, Drake is lyrical.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I'm just saying, Kendrick is
he's just different.
Lyrical. I might have to Google this shit.
But I mean, I think they made the point correctly in the beginning of the whole thing with saying one's Mike, one's Prince, because everybody tries to compare them, but it's apple and oranges.
They're two different
artists.
artists.
Like those are like Mike is an entertainer, Prince is a musician. Like this dude played when at 14, 15 with his first album, this dude played every instrument on the album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
and that's a lot of people using electronic sounds. So
yeah, I mean Mike wasn't in there
producing.
No shade. That was all
Quincy. No shade to anyone.
You know what I'm saying? Mike wasn't playing instruments. He was just singing the songs and entertaining. But he got a lot of his direction and creativity stuff from Quincy Jones. And so Quincy, I'm not gonna say made Mike, but he made Mike to where Mike can make himself.
You can trim the hedges and make a beautiful plant.
Yeah. He
know what I'm saying?
He contributed a lot to.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, boy,
you can trim the hedges and make a beautiful.
This man said I just do podcasts, but he ain't here dropping bars. You know what I'm saying? He ain't here dropping bars on him, man.
And I'm glad we even mentioned bars because I wanted to make sure we smoothly transition into what I've had a chance to consume from you as an artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm using terms that I relate to and that resonate for me. It seems like you make hustler music, like boss music, music you ride to in the car with the windows down, and people and to compare. I hate using the word compare.
No, it's all good.
Don't
bro.
like using it, but when I played, I wish I knew the name of the song I played first, because outside of the one you sent me, Pill, it was another one I played like just watching videos. Because I feel like videos resonate for me
a lot of people
when I listen to songs. So, no, that was a different one. But when I first listened to you, I was like, damn, he has a real, like, he reminds me of an artist I enjoy, who is Larry June.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shouts to the June TFM,
and it was just
man.
because you were talking about, like,
Good
hustling.
Job,
and when I say hustling, I ain't talking about like the bullshit
illegal,
I'm talking about the hustling, like start a business. Yeah, you know, I can show you the game in the legal kind.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
To me, I consider that music inspiring. You know, it might be like, damn, let me go ahead and do what I've been talking about doing for a little second, you know what I mean?
You know, you gonna put it that way, I might as well go ahead and get started.
So what would you call your music?
I think the term that they've coined it in like 2023, 2024 was like lifestyle music.
Okay.
And so, you know, you talk about the Larry Junes, you talk about the Rick Rosses, you know what I'm saying? You talk about, you know, saying the currencies or the Wiz, like all of them, I think fit in that same kind of box. You talk about the Primo Rices, you know,
I fuck
all
with
those
Primo.
guys. Yeah, all them. It's more like lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And not lifestyle in the sense of I live better than you, I drive better than you, but just where my life is and kind of what I can relate to. That's kind of what I put into the music. There's no cap in the rap. Like I just tell people what it is from my perspective, from my little foxhole. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's perspective and vantage point
see,
is different.
your perspective doesn't necessarily represent where you came from.
No, I mean, of course,
You know,
that's.
I mean, I feel like rap. A lot of artists make an excuse to rap where they came from, and not where they trying to go.
No. I'm focused on the future. I can't change the past. What's done is done. Like the you know what I'm saying the adage goes. You know what I'm saying, it's water under the bridge. That's spilt milk. You just clean it up and keep it pushing. So I don't have time to talk about the struggle and all that stuff, because if I focus on the past, then how can I ever focus on what I need to do to get forward or move forward in life? So my focus as far as lifestyle rap goes is, let me talk about the things, the lessons I've learned, you know what I'm saying, and what's put me in position to be able to make the moves that I make or am looking forward to making, and you know what I'm saying, and let's make it sound good.
Facts. Okay. All right. So I got 2 words that I want you to elaborate on.
Okay.
Or that we're gonna dig into rather. And this is also involving just watching your videos, listening to your music, looking at whether it be a thumbnail, album cover, etc. Cars and fashion.
Big
right?
facts.
So let's talk about cars first. Like,
Okay.
what is your love for vehicles? Like, talk to me, elaborate for me on that.
I mean, I'm a normal person, bro. Like I get influenced by seeing people with nice things, and so
I mean, but
when
like,
I
cars
look
is
at
not the. Okay, we're from the South, so it is easy
it
to
is,
say cars.
yeah. I mean, you know, we grew
You
up
know
with
what I mean?
the mugs on
It is,
the.
I gotta acknowledge
You
that.
got the
You know, big
the
rims,
dunks. You got
stereos.
the dunks back in the day. You got the speakers going. You know what I'm saying? We got car shows out here in the city that they have annually. Like, it's a lot of that goes on around here
I mean,
that
so
you
what,
just
like,
see.
was you a Thursday at the track kind of nigga?
Nah. I mean, I've been out to the track. Shout out to the Circle Track. I'm in the strip out in Jackson, South Carolina. But nah, I mean, I've been out there, but I wasn't. So muscle cars and all that, not really. But I do love speed. I got an ill need for speed, bro. Like,
we gonna
I
get
do,
into
bro.
that in a second.
So when it comes to the cars, man, I just like luxury, because you know what I'm saying, it looks good, it feels good, it rides good, it lasts longer, and it holds its value. And so that goes back into what you're saying as far as like the piece and the music from the maturity's perspective. Like, who wants something that you're gonna have to constantly be in the shop working on? You know what I'm saying? Once a month, you back to your mechanic. Y'all done built I don't want to have a good relationship with my mechanic, bro.
I don't never want to see
I don't
you,
want
nigga.
I don't want to see you, bro, because I know I'm coming out of pocket. Like, I'm trying to be in something to where, like, I got at least a year or two. Like, I'm only going in for maintenance once a year, but it comes with a certain price. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
And so
like anything else. I mean, just like fashion.
fashion. So, you know, the other word, the same thing with the clothes and stuff like that. I get things that, you know what I'm saying, that feel good, that fit good, that look good, you know what I'm saying, that catch people's eye, catch people's attention. Not because I'm a flashy person. I'm an introvert. I'm the farthest thing from flashy there is. But, you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, you're the most social introvert I've ever met.
You know,
Thus far.
it comes with the territory. Like,
in the podcast industry, anyway.
you can't be an artist and think that you can maintain a certain level of.
Cause these niggas be trash, bro. I ain't gonna cap. They don't be talking about
Hey, he
shit.
said it, not me.
I mean, I'm gonna just be
He
1,000,
said it.
bro.
Nah,
I'm a man that's not gonna lie because my memory's
Nah,
bad.
but I feel like people are in different places in that journey. Like, I was trash one day. So if we had this interview 10, 15 years ago, You know what I'm saying? I'll be one of those people that you was
I can
talking
respect
about.
that. And mind
But
you, I
those-
acknowledge that I was trash at one point in time, and
And
I
so
could
you
be to
get-
some other people.
I give people time, like, and I get artists that come to me, and
And
I,
that's
you know,
fair.
they give opportunities for features, and I mean, some people are even paying. You know what I'm saying? Like I had one recently, it was like, you know, a couple hundred for the feature, and I had to respectfully turn it down. I was just like, bro, that's not where I'm at, because I got a brand to protect.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
But hey, I'm not saying that you trash, but at the end of the day,
50
you're not
Cent
where you
said
need
a
to be.
certain artist was a hip hop whore.
I believe it.
And a rap for anybody who pay him.
I believe it. Because money is the root of all evil.
You
And
know
so
what I'm
you
saying?
got people that's out here chasing it for the wrong reasons.
And I'm glad you brought up features, right?
Mhm.
Because there's two people that stand out to me. Earlier you mentioned Tron Legend.
Big facts. Shout out T Legend.
I noticed y'all do a lot of work together.
Facts.
And mind you, I say that to be honest and say that I haven't had the opportunity to listen to every single song.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I did notice that looking at your track list and with the songs I have had the opportunity to consume, that y'all work together a lot. So what's y'all's relationship like?
Man, that's my brother, man. Like it's my, like you say, brother from another. That's my brother, man. And he was one of those people, like I said in 2019, that I had the conversation with because of he was doing it on a more serious note than I was, because it was still kind of hobby for me. And he was like, "Yeah, bro, you don't want to die with the regret of not seeing how far you can really take this. You got talent, you know what I'm saying? So all it takes is a little bit of hustle, ingenuity, and effort to put behind that talent. To you could really be somewhere in a situation that you never expected yourself to be in." And so I kind of took that and just that motivation and inspiration from that conversation. And in 2020, when the calendar year turned, you know what I'm saying, my mindset changed and I just went full steam ahead. And, I have to thank him for that conversation, because I wouldn't be here right now as somebody that people look to or expect or any of that without him kind of pushing me in that direction. So, you know what I'm saying, shout out to Tron for that.
Absolutely.
But just him as a person, you know what I'm saying, he just got so much like knowledge and wisdom, and just his demeanor, he just moves solid. Like he's a dope person to be around. And so it just makes the music happen naturally. So when it comes to opportunities to feature with each other, we always gonna jump at the opportunity. When he got a project, I'm on it. When I got a project, he's on it, because we just got that love and respect for each other. Like that's my brother to the end.
Awesome. I love that. Because you gotta have people like that in your circle.
Fact.
Who,
Everybody in my circle is like that.
Who, in certain aspects, y'all may wear a different shade of glasses.
Facts, we do.
But when both people understand the vision, the shade is the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I love that for y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I hope y'all continue to collaborate.
Oh yeah.
Because what I have had the opportunity to consume has been good. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it, bro.
And I noticed you brought you said, I want to make sure your title's correct. Engineer.
Yeah, sound engineer. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey,
So,
man, don't be so modest, Johnny. Tell them people what it is, bro. Tell them what it is. Well, you do more than just that.
Hold on.
Man.
Let me make sure we shout you out correctly. Tell me your name again.
Johnny 5.
Johnny 5, your engineer.
Yeah.
So,
J5.
break down for me how important that relationship is, because you didn't bring him here for no reason. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a relationship there that is very not only in sync but very
Instrumental.
important to
It's
the
instrumental.
process.
It's instrumental to the process.
Yes,
Correct.
absolutely.
And so, you know what I'm saying, I linked up with Johnny a couple of years ago, you know what I'm saying, through Benz. And he pointed me in a direction because I said I was looking for a new sound engineer. I mean, just somebody that could bring the vision to life a little bit better than kind of what the experience was up to that point. And so, and it just so happened to be at the time when I was working on my latest album, Even Higher Fashion. So meeting him, you got to imagine like the anxiety behind that, meeting him for the first time, you know what I'm saying, linking up with him and then trusting him with not like a single, but a whole, you know what I'm saying, album.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? We linked, we locked in, we talked. He played me some of his work, his catalog.
Right.
I was blown away, and I said, man, I haven't around here anyway. I haven't heard anything of this caliber, this quality.
Okay.
And so, I'm like, all right, well, I'm working on this album, and he's like, let's do it. And he just made it comfortable of a decision to make. And so, what I'm saying, you go from that to where we are today, and we just rock personally. Like I said, the same thing about Tron. Everybody in my circle is.
Do y'all have more
deep.
of a like in the studio relationship, or is this
we outside? We
can
family.
send the email.
Like our families, we chop it up, we link up, we hang out. You know what I'm saying? And like I go over there. I done spent the night at bro house. Like
okay.
We done got over there in the session, and I done got two sauce.
And mind you, like I said, you brought him here, so obviously, like he might know your mama.
Yeah, well, no, not yet. I mean, that's something that can definitely happen.
Okay, I
like,
mean, we're getting there.
It had happened. I'm not saying it's like I would never.
Again, you could have brought anybody.
Facts.
That is really what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
You could have brought anybody, but bringing your engineer is very significant in my opinion. I want to make sure I acknowledge that.
The people that you see me around, bro, like these people are family. Like this is deeper than music, and I mean, they'll tell you like I got a couple of little catchphrases that I always throw out there. It's got to make sense. It's always got to be deeper than the music because if this goes away tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the relationship at that point? Like, if I'm not an artist anymore, are we not cool anymore? And when you think about it like that, it's just like who was in your circle?
What you was
like,
around for?
Yeah, I mean, not even that. What was I around you for? Because I don't look at it from what I can get from you because I can get it myself.
Right.
I got a studio at the crib. I can record myself and figure out how to get the sound that I'm looking for. But what can I bring to you? You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm glad you even mentioned that. Because there was a time in like this process, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where like, because most of my friends are like creatives in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Whether they be a DJ, a photographer, a videographer, shit, she could be a cosmetologist, etc. You go down the line. And me being a mixologist myself, like, all of us are creators in some way, shape, or form.
Facts.
And at one point, I had to look at myself and be like, where does my value actually lie?
Facts. What do I bring to the table?
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I could always be the nigga that, like, I can be around y'all in the yo. You know what I mean? Whatever. But eventually, it got to the point where, like, why am I sitting here?
Facts.
What am I,
what can I do to contribute to this?
Like, I'm with my boys, yeah, they my homies, right? Yeah, I get it. But where do I add value to the circumstance rather than just sitting here?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And like, oh yeah, I can bring some birds to the yo. Like, what the fuck? That don't make none of us no money. You feel me? Like, that don't make nobody no bread.
Facts.
So I'm like, okay, I picked up the camera and I was like, shit, I like podcasting. I like taking candid photos that create like a memory, a point in time that you can't replace.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, shit, I picked up the camera and started doing this. So then it added value to my place of being in the room.
But that's a blessing, bro, because you were able to discover, you know what I'm saying, what value you can add to any situation.
Right.
Because regardless of the type of creative that you involve yourself with, you created a platform that they can present themselves to the world. You know what I'm saying? And as you build and grow, they're going to build and grow because even though they may have done a video with you a year ago, today for locals only is like 40,000 viewers, you know what I'm saying, 58,000 subscribers, whatever like that. So you got there's some new to the new subscribers. So, but they going to go back and tap in with the old videos. So they're going to become brand aware of what they got going on. So you create a trending
and I'm glad I've just
for them.
Been on that train of being focused and taking it more serious than I have. I mean, because I almost look at it the way a rapper does when they were like, okay, nah, I'm finna be for real. Because the shit was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. But then when you got people that fuck with you, that's constantly like, yo, you need to be for real.
But I would tell you it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to have people that fuck with you. It's another thing to have people that depend on you. That's when shit really get real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That reminds me of when I told my father that I was gonna have a child. You know what I'm saying?
I know
I was
exactly
breaking
what you're
down
saying.
like, what the fuck am I finna do?
What am I about to do,
And
bro?
my father said, he said, son, I'm gonna be real with you. As long as you do right, the money gonna come.
Facts.
And I ain't
Facts,
never, and that's one thing that stuck with me. I be 1,000.
Facts.
And it's worked.
Facts.
As long as I do right by her and do my part, the money gonna come. And it's been that way ever since.
Bro, you do right by people and things, bro. Good people come in your life and good things happen to you. Like that's my mantra. I tell myself that every day. So I go out here. I don't go out here with the intention of trying to fuck somebody over or get over on somebody, take advantage of. Like, bro, like you said in the conversation to tie it together, what can I do for somebody else? Because I know the karma's gonna come back positive for me. So, you know what I'm saying, what do I add to the equation? What do I bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? That's what I focus on. Whether you know what I'm saying, this person or that person listens, likes, shares, comments, subscribes, any of that stuff when it comes to my music, it doesn't matter.
Hey, man,
because I'm gonna put it out there and there's gonna be somebody that does.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was able to bring something that's gonna add value to their lives with my music or just how I move as a person.
And I tell people all the time, karma's a bad bitch with a slim waist.
Boy, look, and a shotgun in the
And I'm telling you, she'll fuck you over every time if you don't treat her right. I'm telling you.
He says you like what? Oh yeah, bro.
Going crazy. And give
Straight
you the
no
burner.
chase.
And give you the burner.
Straight
Nah,
no
but
chase, boy.
so just to make sure, even though we're getting to know each other, I don't even like to look at stuff like this as an I don't even want to look at stuff like this as an interview. It's an opportunity for me to get to know you. You know what I'm saying? So I know you've had high fashion, right?
Yeah.
Red Seats.
Volume 1, 2, and 3.
Dear Summer.
Oh man, that's my favorite.
Well, what's next?
Jeez, you want me to put it out there for the people?
I mean,
I'm
asking a question.
I was just talking with Johnny earlier tonight. It's funny you asked that because I was telling him, you know, I got Red Seas Volume 4. I was anticipating dropping this year, but I think I'm gonna change the trajectory on that. And instead of releasing it as a 4th edition to the project, I'm gonna take some of the songs from it and focus on those as singles. Like I said, I was working on a song earlier today to send to a female artist. Shout out Gail Salvo. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out, Gail.
Yeah.
I don't know you, but I'm about to find out.
Yeah, oh yeah. She New York, man, this mug's a raw spitter, bro. And goes hard. So I'm just kinda I'm focusing on like not big project for this year. Cause you know, so my album last year was big and I'm still just trying to taking time and doing on like a promotional tour for that.
Okay.
Kinda like sitting down with platforms like yourself and just kinda talking about the music, introducing people to me for the first time, and just getting people aware of what's out there before I focus on kind of putting more out there. But this year I got a couple singles coming. Me and Tron, speak of Tron gonna come up often. We working on a joint project. So we had the album Popular that came out, and so we're doing Popular 2 right now. So we're working on that. Got some songs, and my boy Marcus, he just laced me with a fire verse today, and so shout out to Jabez Music, and so that's it, man. Like I'm just the train keeps rolling. Don't stop.
Got you.
It don't stop.
Oh my God, I fucked up. So I know we talked about Tron. So how did I forgot one thing before we wrap? I got one more thing. How did that relationship between you and Conway the Machine take place? Like, how did that go?
So that was through a DJ producer. Shout out to 808 Mafia. And that whole organization.
Shout out 808
and stuff
Mafia.
like, yeah, shout out to that organization for what they do. And he just came with the opportunity, like he had the joint on deck, and he put it out there for, I mean, not just me, you know what I'm saying, but several artists had the opportunity to tap in with that opportunity and get a feature with Conway the Machine. And so I was just one of the many artists that did. and I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm meticulous with how I move, and so I just kind of took it and put it in as many places as possible, and ran with it as far as I could probably take it, because I listened to a lot of the other artists that had the same opportunity and just didn't do much with it. Like they were just satisfied with just having it in their possession. But me, I'm trying to put it out there, share it to the world, and put it in as many places as possible. Just put on display that you got titans like Conway the Machine, you know what I'm saying, who I didn't mention earlier, but that is definitely an influence. You know what I'm saying? All of Griselda, you know what I'm saying, 38
Right.
Special, you know what I'm saying, Ransom, all those guys. Like that's where I get what I do from them guys. And so I just wanted to make sure that I showed people, hey, look, you got this, and then there's me, but you gonna put me up there. You gonna respect what I can do.
I feel like
because I can get on the track with any of these guys.
I felt like the collaboration was good though. I don't feel like nobody stepped on nobody's neck.
No,
Does that make sense?
no. And I had people say that. They was like, yeah, I heard Conway murder people on
like I
tracks.
feel like the delivery, lyricism, etc., content, context rather, match. You know what I mean? So I'm interested to see what's to come. Now, I will say, he ain't dropped no visuals in a minute.
Yeah, I just got my hand popped about that probably like a week ago.
Dude, you got a second one.
Yeah. I need that though.
It's necessary.
We got some stuff coming. We just did something on Saturday. Bruh, shout out to Shot by Nino, bro. Like, he just came through for us. He just came through on Saturday and did something. He just blessed us with some
because when we
work.
put it on camera, there's a level of accountability
Facts.
that comes with that.
Yeah, I take that. Like, if anybody got to say something bad about it, like,
You
I'm not
know,
going to argue down.
and
You're right.
it's not bad. It's more so, I noticed you ain't dropped no visuals.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, like, you know what I'm saying, that comes with the music. Right now, I'm kind of shocked what I got out there before I put out new stuff. But trust me, if you're looking for it, it's coming. So just stay tuned.
Absolutely. I love that. So, let everybody know where they can find you at, where they can look, when they can look out for some new music. If you have a date, if not, we can put a pending or tentative date on whatever. But let them know where to find you at on all platforms, so we know where we can look out for you for your new stuff.
On what is it called now? X. I think on X and IG is at North.
Formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah, formerly known as Twitter. It's North_side_Will. Everywhere else is just at Northside Will. You know what I'm saying? I'm on all streaming platforms. Check me out. Tap into the music. I promise you won't be disappointed. There's something in there for you, regardless of what you like to listen to. So don't sleep on the artist because you hear one song and think that that's their entire catalog, because it's not the case.
Well, I definitely enjoy your music, my brother. I thank you for your time today.
Thank you for having me here and the opportunity.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Love, boy. For locals only, man. Y'all tap in. They doing major things, man. And
Absolutely. We trying to
I
grow.
love what they doing. For
Spread
the
our
city,
wings.
for the locals.
Only.
Hey.
You know, and of course, I'm your host, B. Cooks, and this has been another episode of For Locals Only. And as always, be safe.
Always Northside on mine.
But shit show.